Hey, what's happening? Well, B Marsh Boxing back at it with another boxing video. Sorry, I can't be too loud. I got kids sleeping. I'm in a hotel room right about now. I got my kids sleeping, so it's about 2:45 a.m. Sunday morning, so I ain't trying to be too loud. But I just finished watching this Mauricio Lara versus Leigh Wood fight over there in Nottingham, England, alright? For a WBA version of the title. Man, I'm confused who got the title. Is it still Leo Santa Cruz or Leigh Wood? Who knows? Who cares? But what a fight these guys put on, you know what I mean? Very entertaining fight for the 7 rounds that it lasted, ladies and gents. When I say 7 rounds, Mauricio Herrera, man, this guy loves England, you know what I mean? I ain't never seen this guy lose when he come to England, you know. Round one, Lara dropping left hooks, looping left hooks, drops a straight 1-2. You know what I mean? Got the man Leigh Wood clinching, but there's an accidental headbutt before the round ends, you know what I mean? And Leigh Wood's eyes leaking, his left eye, you know. But the first round, I gave it to Mauricio Lara. Round two, um, Leigh Wood starts off pretty nice, you know what I mean? Lands a nice left hook. Mauricio Lara's going to the body, you know what I mean? But Leigh Wood started the first round, second round, the first minute of the second round pretty well, you know what I mean? He was doing well, throwing them body shots, straight right hands, but Mauricio was also tagging him with the body shots. And then he lands a big left hook, straight right hand that wobbles the man Leigh Wood, you know what I mean? And the body shots in the straight right. The man Mauricio Lara finished the second round strong, you know what I mean? So I had to give it to Mo Lara. All right, round three, the man Leigh Wood is keeping his distance, gauging his distance well, and now countering the man Mauricio Lara, you know what I mean? With some nice counter straight right hands over Mauricio's jab. He's countering over his jab, keeping his distance, you know what I mean? So he can launch his right hand, you know what I mean? Timing was perfect in the third round for the man, Leigh Wood. But Mo's eating them punches, y'all. He's just eating them straight right hands. But he ate a little too many for me to give him that round. So round three was the first round I gave to Leigh Wood. Yeah, I mean, round four was a close round. You know what I mean? Big right hands and left hooks by the man Mauricio Lara. But the man Leigh Wood is landing big straight right hands too. You know what I mean? They're going tit for tat. You know what I'm saying? That's why it was a close swing round in my opinion. You know, but Wood was slipping the punches on the inside to counter the man Mauricio Lara. I mean, and you know, it was a thing of beauty for him. You check it. Round five, the man Leigh Wood is leaking still, you know. He's leaking from that accidental headbutt from the end of round one. But the man Mauricio Lara, he's using his jab, throwing the body shots, you know. But it was a close round as well. Round five and six were close rounds, you know, which I gave Mauricio Lara round five. And round six, I gave to the man Leigh Wood, you know what I mean? But round seven was the beginning of the end for the man Leigh Wood, you know. These two guys were going at it, you know what I mean? That was picking up the pace in round seven. But Mauricio Lara, you know, he seemed like he was gassing out a little bit, you know what I mean? And Leigh Wood was building momentum, you know what I mean, from rounds five and six, you know what I mean? You know, round six, like I said, I gave to Leigh Wood, but the man was building momentum, but he left himself a little too open, throwing a left hook at the same time that the man Mauricio Lara was throwing a left hook. Mauricio Lara's landed first, and it landed right on the money with a beautiful left hook that left the man Leigh Wood on the back seat of his pockets, put him on his ass, his back on the and his ass on the canvas. He gets up, but he has wobbly legs. The referee was going to let him continue, but the man Leigh Wood's corner, his trainer Ben Davidson, throws in the towel, and it's a wrap, y'all. Seventh round knockout for the man Mauricio Lara. You know, this ain't another, you know, like the man Nigel Benn would call him, another Mexican street sweeper coming over there to England. Nah, This dude came to England and has handled his business 3 times. You know what I mean? Now, one of those fights with the man Josh Warrington obviously didn't end conclusively, but I'm really tired of that particular fight, and I'd like to see the man Lee Wood, I'm sorry, Mauricio Lara, consolidate the WBA titles if the man Leo Santa Cruz still has the super version and still holding it hostage like he probably is, you know what I mean? Um, Time will tell. We got a good featherweight fight coming up on the PBC between Brandon Figueroa and Mark Magsayo. You know what I mean? Um, we still have Ray Vargas holding the WBC version at 126. I mean, so there's some good fights to be made, you know what I mean? Some good fights still out there at featherweight. You know what I'm saying? But one thing I must say about the commentary on the zone where I watched this fight, they were pretty much pro Lee Wood, and they were kind of being biased towards Lee Wood, and giving him the benefit of the doubt at the end of every round. You know, they wouldn't show Mauricio Lara's good work that he done. Well, landing them big left hooks, Mexican style, leaping, looping left hooks. They weren't showing those, but whenever Lee Wood has a little success in the round, they were being biased and they were showing those replays. And I'm just glad the Mexican got the job done and didn't leave it out to the judges, because this fight was going to be a pretty close fight. It was going back and forth, you know what I mean? Back and forth. So I believe Lee Wood is probably the real champion. I'm sorry, Mauricio Lara, real champion with the WBA version. You know, the IBF has this guy named Luis Lopez, and I believe Emmanuel Navarrete still holds a WBO version at featherweight. Those some good Mexican showdowns right there. I'd love to see Navarrete versus Lara. Um, I'd love to see Ray Vargas versus Lara. You know what I mean? Some good Mexican fighters currently at 126. But I've got to give it up to both fighters. They came put on. But Lee Wood, unfortunately for him, he got laid out in his hometown. I believe he's from Nottingham. If I'm wrong, so be it. But he's definitely from England. Got laid out by the traveling man, Mo Lara, and he handles his business. 7th round TKO. B Marsh Boxer, leave your thoughts and comments. Let me know how you guys saw this fight, and I'm gone. One.